So, let's go ahead and read this affirmation here so we can get started. Alright. Let go of the old. 22. I opened straight to it as well. Alright. Are you holding on to beliefs and notions that no longer serve you? Are you blocking your own growth and forward momentum because you fear to end a chapter in your life? It's time to release all that holds onto the. It is time to leave all that you hold onto that no longer serves. It's time to say goodbye to all that no longer has a place or purpose in your life. It's time to have an emotion or physical spring cleaning. Oh, it's time to have an emotional and physical spring cleaning. It's technically winter time, but we'll let it go, right? We'll give it a pass. It's time to let go of the past so you can be open to what the future may bring. Like I said, very similar to death. And the situation is interesting. It's like starting off with a new truth that you start to, that you give birth of, right? From your independence as the King of Wands, as your understanding of who you are. And I feel like with this situation here, it's like, yes, this is about cultivating a new truth for you guys. Recognizing who you are, creating a new, not sense of worth, but creating a new, a new identity, if that makes sense. A new moral code. There's a lot of things that the sword can talk about. And, one of the things included is that of truth, of your truth. Now, typically I go into this side. This is your side, Virgo, when it comes to readings. And I offer this reading on Instago if you'd like to have one of your own. But this is typically the side that I read for my clients, Virgo. But you are definitely welcome to go onto the other side if this resonates with you the most, since this is a general reading for everybody. Okay? Especially you, obviously. But the mindset of this person over here, or you, Virgo, is the Seven of Cups. So this person is definitely going into this with dreams intact. I feel like they're very dreamy. Now, the Seven of Cups can indicate this person can kind of take this stance of this is too good to be true, very skeptical. But they're also trying to figure out what they want out of the relationship. I think they're trying to figure out what is it that they desire mostly out of this. What do they feel that they want to go after? You know what I mean? And I feel like with everything going very fast, it can be the fact that, they don't really think past the point of, they're not thinking beyond a certain point, meaning they're not trying to settle down. They're not trying to get married. Not quite yet, but they're not looking to, but they are looking to figure out what it is that they desire. What are they going after? Well, the other person has the Tower here. They're definitely making changes in their life, or they're doing some things that's definitely, different from, the way that they were living. Okay. They're thinking this is not going to be the same way it has been. I can't keep doing something the way it has been. And the Tower is talking about action, just taking action, doing what they want to do. And with the situation being the Five of Swords, it's like, this is something they're being a little more selfish with it though. And I think that's how they betray themselves to everyone, especially you. It's that they're a little bit more selfish with the actions that they take. And I feel like it's because, right, if you look at this situation, right, the reason why they're taking action like this, and they're very focused on what needs to be done, or the changes that they need to make, is that they once felt like they were trapped in their thoughts. They couldn't do anything. They felt like they couldn't do anything. They felt powerless in a situation. So this is one of those situations where this person's very much exerting a lot of their power, trying to, make sure that they have their cut, doing what they, getting something out of something, because they're not happy. Like they weren't happy before, and I don't know if they're happy now. But the situation that brings you two together is the Eight of Cups. So dissatisfaction. You both were dissatisfied with your lives, dissatisfied with something in your relationships, dissatisfied with something, period. And it's about not just dissatisfaction that brought you together, but the search to find what truly makes you happy. Because both of you guys look like you're in the same pattern. So this person may be going about it a little bit aggressively, and hopefully not picking petty fights, always looking to win something. And that's, that could be a little bit, too much. But I feel like if this is you, you're trying to figure out here, what exactly makes you happy? What do you actually want in the long run, right? What is your ultimate desire? What do you want to have at this moment? And it's very leisurely the way you're doing it, and you're just kind of going along with the energy. You're not really forcing it, but at the same time, you definitely are ready to purge. You're ready to experience and live and have fun and to enjoy your life. But it starts by picking a dream and then, making it work, obviously. And I think that's what you guys are doing. This relationship is helping you figure out what it is, exactly what it is that you want. Because at this point, you don't even know. And even as much as if you may like this person, if you find this person very attractive, like the Knight of Wands is indicating here, and fun and passionate, that's great. But what do you want? Like, what is it that you ultimately want out of, for yourself? And I think this person's only looking out for themselves as well. They're looking out for themselves, looking out for what they want. Not a bad thing. Okay. It's not a bad thing. And I think it's definitely because at one period that they didn't feel like they could get what they want. They felt suffocated, they felt trapped. And then a lot of that had to do with their mind being the one that was trapped and not actually them physically. But the thing is that they're not making changes. They're making really big changes because they've learned from that situation what to do differently, but to keep them from feeling stuck in their thoughts. Which is why the Wheel of Fortune is a challenge. This is a second opportunity, a second chance, and what to do differently is a challenge. Because there's something that's being brought to your table. There's an opportunity that you both have together. And what you guys do with it is obviously of great importance. This person's already making definite changes. They're changing their foundation. They're changing the way they believe. They're doing all these things. This is why the Page of Swords is also the underlying energy. Their foundation, their true core beliefs, they're being smashed and totally shifted and changed and rebuilt and repaved. Because this person here is taking a stance that's definitely about them and what they believe and what they think they deserve. And I feel like with you guys in the present showing the Eight of Wands, you guys are just kind of going with everything. Not going with what they want, but you guys are just kind of experiencing and, gather the information. You guys are communicating, which is also very good, but also you guys are just, going with the flow. You're going along with the energy, not necessarily being abrasive and hitting against it. It's almost like this person is the current and you're the boat. You're just flying, just going. So with the Knight of Wands being the reason why you're like this, is because you are trying to, you're trying to get more experience and perhaps even more information before making a decision about what it is that you want. You're just coasting and just experiencing and just enjoying, doing what you feel in every moment's notice, right? You're not necessarily trying to settle down anything, but you are trying to figure out exactly what it is that you want. And things are very clear here, especially with this person and how they are. There's no disruptions, there's no nothing. So plenty of room and space to actually get some information. And I think that this moment is not just about cultivating one's truth, but it's also about clarity and, like I said, coming up, and not just coming up with your own truth, but yeah, clarity and gaining more information. And I feel like the person over here may be blocking themselves from getting no information, right? Because the Eight of Swords, right? Where you were is, if it's where you were is influencing where you are, it can potentially even be influencing where you are, okay, as well, still. But the person here is very it's very tunnel vision. Right? They're very tunnel vision about it. Even though the Tower is really massive change and radical change all around, and definitely in places you don't expect, I feel like this changes that they're making here is going to radically change stuff that they didn't realize they're changing, and therefore puts them in a very tunnel vision energy that kind of keeps them from seeing everything that needs to be seen. So they're looking at one perspective instead of all areas that they're being affected. But this is going to help them release the old too. This is with them kicking away the old, breaking off the old stuff and creating a new identity, creating a new person. And that is going to perhaps bring in some conflict and stuff like that. Not necessarily on purpose, but the way that they're approaching things are very aggressive. And it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. And it doesn't have to be aggressive either. It's supposed to just be very, very focused on what they want and focused on their needs and focused on what they believe to be, what they deserve and etc., etc. But at the same time, there is a line that does happen to be drawn with that Five of Swords, right? It's like, okay, do you just go after what it is that you want with no compromise, or do you look to compromise and keep the relationships to you? It keeps the relationships. Is your truth so important that it trumps anything that's developed with anyone else? So the Knight of Wands for me is more of like someone that's coasting. But I feel like it's coasting because it's very Sagittarian. You're trying to gain more information or see the bigger picture. You're exploring, you're experiencing, you're getting more information. And I feel like you're getting more information for your own personal for your own personal dreams. You're releasing the old yourself, but you have no idea what's out there for some of you guys. Or maybe you guys do, but you guys just know that you don't want. And now it's about finding what you do, if that makes sense. And I still think this person's living in the I know what I don't fucking want thing. I know what I don't want, that's it. And like I said, some of you guys, this person could be that, focusing on changing that, trying to find what truly makes them happy. But the way they're doing it does not seem so. It's like they're trying to prevent whatever they were just in from happening again, which always usually perpetuates that old. But that's why I think this person perhaps needs to release this and, come at it from a different perspective. The Page of Swords. But this is their opportunity here, and this is what they choose to do. So that's their free will, and I'm not going to say anything further. But as far as releasing the old, letting go of the old, there is an element to the past here that's affecting a lot of this energy. And that is the biggest thing, especially if there's going to be true difference. Okay? Everybody's got to go through their own experiences, right? So, I feel like, guys, this is like, the challenge that you guys are facing is, yes, taking advantage of this new opportunity, doing something differently about it. Because you've been here before, you've been around the block before, you've been around the bend. Some of you guys have been dealing with you're like this because you dealt with somebody that was either carefree, very fun, or you guys, are, you're trying to, trying to do what you enjoy. You're starting out doing what you enjoy. Focusing on what really makes you feel excited, what's fun, what's really fun. But interesting reading, guys, so far. And I feel like it's just saying to keep, if you need the information, keep making it. But as soon as you understand, or as soon as you get the, the information that you need, I feel like this is what's going to, carry through. The options that you're into picking here. Some of you guys may also think this relationship is too good to be true because it's moving so fast, which is totally fair enough. But again, the Wheel of Fortune is about changing and doing something differently, releasing the old, letting go of the old, but also embracing the new. But how you would let go of the old is by completely understanding the lessons of the old, and then making them move forward, right? Doing what needs to be done differently. So I feel like a lot of you guys are doing something differently, just because you were just so emotionally drained when you guys, connected. And it was because of your circumstances and your relationships and in your life, period, right? So do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. Now, it can mean that this is talking about being observant and paying more attention to them. And I think this is definitely the case. I think this, like I said before, this person is going to help you figure out what it is that you want. This person on this side, if this doesn't resonate with you. If this person is you, then that's fine. But I feel like this give something to someone else. It doesn't have to be that you have to actually give someone a gift. This is literally saying pay attention to them, right? Look at them, watch them, give them your attention, lend them your time, but only because you're considering them, right? If you're not considering this person, then no, don't do this. It's up to you, right? If you want to give it to them, give it to them. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But right now, it's saying to be observant at this moment. I think the biggest thing right now, and releasing of the old is like being your Virgo self, right? And picking apart, getting the information, seeing the details, because this person is going to be seeing the details. And I feel like you're not getting enough of the details here, which is why you haven't, you're just kind of going along with things, not committing 100%. You're just enjoying the energy, but you're not fully solid in it. You're not going to be like, I'm going to commit to this. You're not going to think about committing to this because you don't have all the information, which is totally fair enough. That's why it's important to pay attention to them, to watch them, to understand them, to get more information about them, to see how much of them is in you and what needs to change in you, whatever, right? Or perhaps what you see in them and what you believe you deserve from this experience with this individual, right? This person is always going to help you. This person, the soulmates, are always in our lives to help us get to our highest potential. And I think this is another one of those things. But alright, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I can ramble on forever about these readings, about this particular reading, but I don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for tuning in, my beautiful Virgos. I want to say thank you so much to all of you guys for liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing these videos and helping me and this channel. Like, you guys don't know how much this absolutely means to me. So thank you so much for all the love and care that you guys do, and also all the audio checks that y'all have been, giving me for lately. But don't do that anymore, please. Unless it's really bad audio. I'm not asking for unsolicited advice, but definitely saying thank you for those of you that did reach out and were kind enough to, let me know of some things.